Hey gang, let's talk Spider-Man 4 rumors and a few theories because it's fun and I want to. Hello everyone, Jason Emmett here with the Movie Mix. Now the first rumor we're going to address here is the working title that we have heard about. We have heard that the new Spider-Man film is under the working title Blue Oasis. So what does that mean if it were true? So working titles are sometimes used solely for the purpose of throwing people off the scent of what the movie really is about. So let's just assume for a moment that this title is real. And what would that mean? So there are a lot of people that think this is in reference to the Spider-Man Blue story arc. Now, of course, if that were true, it would have to be a really loose adaptation, since in that story, we're ahead in the future. Gwen Stacy has already come and gone, like she's dead, and Peter is sort of reminiscing about her and his relationship with her and his time with her, and he's with Mary Jane at this point. Now, it's told in kind of a flashback, and it focuses on all those earlier years, so we can't really do that with the current Spider-Man, but there are a couple of ways they could sort of do that. They could kind of mix this in. We have heard a fairly substantial rumor that Andrew Garfield is going to be in this film, and since he lost Gwen in his universe, and he never met Mary Jane, and in this universe, Peter has lost Mary Jane, sort of, and he's never met Gwen, there's this sort of potential for the two of them to kind of reference the other girl, and that way, I guess, if that makes sense. I also think we could see the introduction of Gwen Stacy into this universe, and that would really cause Peter a lot of grief, as he still has feelings for MJ, who doesn't remember him. So maybe that would be his reason to talk to the other Spider-Man who he knows lost Gwen. It's possible. Now, we've also heard that Madeline Klein from the show Outer Banks has joined the cast. Now, this has led to speculation that she's going to be taking on the role of Gwen Stacy. There are some that think she's going to be Black Cat, but I have a feeling Gwen Stacy makes a lot more sense in this. We know Peter's off to college, just him meeting Gwen and having these feelings, because we know Zendaya is in this film as well. I could see all of that working. Now, we had heard that the title would be Brand New Day, and that a new threat is going to emerge, and he will be forced to team up with an unlikely ally. Instantly, like everybody was screaming symbiote, but I don't think so. I still think that the symbiote is going to be introduced, but not become a part of Spidey until maybe the end of this film, and then moving into Secret War, because he would have the Black Spider-Man outfit in Secret War. Now, we've also heard that Robert Downey Jr. is going to show up as Doom in this Spider-Man film, as well as Fantastic Four. So follow me for a second. What if Peter, who we know really looked up to Stark, is now out there on his own, and stuff starts going bad, and he actually has to get help from Von Doom? This would add a whole intricate, storyline thing, because, to him it's Tony Stark, but it's not. It's Victor Von Doom. That could be the unlikely ally. We really don't know. One thing I would like to see in this film, because, there were a few loose ends that some have been wrapped up, but some haven't. I would like to see the return of Matt Gargan, because he was introduced in Homecoming. I would love to see that villain return. One of the things they did tie up, because we know at the end of Homecoming, is that Toomes knew that he was Peter Parker, and, he knew that Spidey was Peter Parker, but they did tie that up if you consider in No Way Home, Strange cast the spell, and everybody who knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man forgot. So Toomes no longer knows that, but we still have Matt Gargan in this universe. Now, Spider-Man 4 is set to release on July 24th, 2026, and that's going to place it right between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. This also leads to some interesting possibilities and more rumored speculations of the storyline. There are those out there suggesting that the three Spideys from the three universes we've already, met will have to face off against one another in Secret Wars. And if you know the storyline of Secret Wars, this could make a certain amount of sense. I also see Secret Wars as the perfect place to introduce Miles Morales, as well as a jumping off point for the X-Men, since we're going to have all these different characters brought in from all these different universes. I think what's kind of going on here is this divide in the MCU. We have the street level stuff, like Spider-Man and Captain America, Thunderbolts, Daredevil, etc. And then there's the more, like, we'll call it fantastical elements, like Fantastic Four and Captain Marvel, things like that. Then we have, like, the magic stuff, like Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch and Agatha All Along. And then finally, we're going to go into the mutant stuff. Now, they merge this stuff from time to time. They really have to be careful when they do it, because that's when I feel like people have the hardest time with it. A little merging is one thing. It's when they get too deep. That's when everybody seems to be put off. Not me personally, but a lot of people. So that's what we got to watch out for. We know they're going to do this in Secret Wars, because this is going to be kind of the finale of the multiverse thing. They're going to bring it all together in Secret Wars, and that's going to sort of dismantle all the multiverse. And I think we're going to get back on track. We need some toned down stuff. I think we're going to get that in Captain America and Thunderbolts, kind of back to the good old days. You know, like we got with Winter Soldier and even Civil War a little bit. We need a little more of that, I think, to get everything back on track. Anyway, guys, let me know if you have any theories of what the next Spider-Man is going to be. If you have any theories of who the bad guys might be, drop it down in the comments below. Like this video, because it just helps a lot. Share it if you got the time. I would really appreciate it. Most importantly, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, stay awesome.